I've been debating whether or not I should make this video, and the more that I question whether or not I should make this video, the more I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, A Lasting Beauty. Some of you may have seen in the news recently or on social media that there was a young pastor that committed suicide, and this is something that is so tragically heartbreaking. So I just kind of want to talk through my initial response and the things that I was thinking. And I don't always make notes for videos, but for this one I think that there's some things that I specifically want to make sure that I share, and so I have things written down that I want to share with you. And I also talked with a friend about this. It's just, the enemy is so real, and his tactics of coming to kill, steal, and destroy are unique to certain people. And one of the tactics that the enemy will use is to just torment people's thoughts to the point of depression, putting them in a position where they may be surrounded by so many people, yet they feel so isolated. It's just, it's unimaginable. I try to put myself in that position, but I just can't, and it breaks my heart so much. But what I want to talk about in response to seeing something like that happen, and something that is a story that's kind of gone viral, at least from what I've seen, nobody is immune to spiritual attacks, no matter how spiritual someone may seem, or in pictures, how perfect their life may look. No one at all is immune to being attacked by the enemy and tormented to the point of depression or extreme anxiety, whether that's a pastor or someone that's attending church. There is nobody that is immune to it. Jesus himself was questioned and accused, and if he experienced that, and he was in perfect relationship, perfect communion with God, I think that it's fair to say that it's expected that we are going to be receiving some of that as well, especially for those people that are in a position of preaching the gospel, preaching truth. The enemy does not want anyone to succeed in that. And people that are in the position of just constantly pouring themselves out to meet the needs of other people and to assist and help others are put on this platform with an expectation to just constantly keep it together, be perfect and flawless, and constantly have a smile, when these are the people that also can have struggles as well. These are the people that need support around them, but also at the same time shouldn't feel so expected to keep it all together. Because there's some people that might have a support around them, but then they feel like they're not allowed to experience negative emotions or negative struggles in their life. And so I think that, I just hear over and over again times in ministry where people can end up burning out in doing ministry because they don't take care of themselves, and because they're just constantly pouring themselves out so much for other people. And I think oftentimes when they start to experience these negative emotions, either they don't even recognize it, or it's just something that becomes so suppressed in them that it just builds up. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to remind you, whoever it is that is watching this video, that it's okay to have negative emotions, and it's okay to recognize them and admit to them, and either talk to someone about that or seek out help in walking through why it is that you're experiencing that, why it is that you're feeling that way. And I watched a sermon one time at my church that was given by Tim Ross. If I can find it, then I'll put it in the description box. And it was a message about how God is not intimidated by our need for others. God gave people unique giftings to shine his light, to help and assist other people with using their unique gifts. So God specifically placed those things in other people, and he is not intimidated by our need to tap into those gifts that other people have to give to others. Things that the enemy wants to use to manipulate us, to deceive us, to distract us, to pull us into the darkness, God can turn around and use those things for good. We see over and over again how God does that throughout Scripture. And so a lot of people have that testimony of God turning things from bad into good. He's done it in my own life, and it's something that you can find a hope in. The God that we serve is a God of restoration and redemption, and he can do that in your life. You are so incredibly loved. You are valuable. You are designed with a purpose to be a light in this world. You carry a unique set of gifts that God specifically gave you. You have the ability to do things that no one else can, because no one was made to be just like you. So I pray that you are able to walk in that truth and walk in that hope if you find yourself in a difficult position right now. Don't be afraid to get help from other people. Walk through your struggles with someone else. I also want to mention, if you are a leader in ministry, or if you're just in ministry at a church or something, there's a book that I'm reading for a class that I'm taking that's called The Emotionally Healthy Leader, and I also want to include that in the description box as well. I feel as if there might be a lot of people who are pouring themselves out so much from an empty cup, but I think that that's mostly all that I wanted to share. Again, that story is completely heartbreaking for me, and I'm going to continue to keep that family in my prayers, because he left such a beautiful family behind, and that just shows, like, we only see the highlights of people's lives on social media, and it looks like people have their lives together, when oftentimes there's so much that the enemy can be doing to attack someone behind the scenes. And that's what the enemy wants to do, is to take down as many powerhouses for the gospel as he can. God's going to be able to use that family in mighty, mighty ways, and I pray that he's able to raise up those boys as men of God, and that God's able to use that situation for good, because I know that God can absolutely do that. So anyways, I feel like I'm about to start crying, so I'm just going to go ahead and stop talking now. If you have any prayer requests, please leave them in the comment section below. I would love to be praying for you, and just join me in praying for this family, because they're going to need all the help and support that they can get. I think I'm going to insert they have a GoFundMe page, and so if that's something that you feel like God is directing you to do, is to help support this family by donating. I'm going to go ahead and put their GoFundMe page in the description box as well. That's an incredible way that we can help give support to them. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Have a blessed day, and remember that your worth is far above rubies. Bye, y'all.